What's going on, my PT peeps and my Walking Dead family? One Eye Bri back from the PT channel to talk about The Walking Dead Season 9 and the interesting topic of Rick Grimes turning into a walker. Will it happen? Will it not? Obviously, spoiler warning if you don't want to know some of this information that is likely to occur this season of The Walking Dead, as I don't want to ruin anything for you. Spoiler warning. But I love The Walking Dead and I'm excited about The Walking Dead Season 9. How about you? And it's been one crazy summer for spoilers, rumors, news regarding the show's biggest character. Part of the Walking Dead family for sure. Become a member of our Walking Dead family by hitting that subscribe button, and I hope you do. Photo credit, info credit to these fine folks here. We have a quote from Andrew Lincoln, what he said at San Diego Comic-Con. But will Walker Rick happen? Will we see Rick Grimes turn into a walker? Well, for those who don't know, Andrew Lincoln is leaving The Walking Dead after this season. Season 9 is the last season for Andrew Lincoln. Does that mean it's the last season for Rick Grimes? I think so. I don't think they would recast Rick, but they could. But a lot of people are thinking that he's going to die, and some people are hoping that he just leaves and comes back. But Andrew Lincoln said this at San Diego Comic-Con, the panel. It's on YouTube. You can check out the clips all over the place. But he said, "This will be my last season playing the part of Rick Grimes. I love this show. It means everything to me. I love the people who make this show. I'm particularly fond of the people who watch this show." Andrew Lincoln clearly says it at the San Diego Comic-Con panel. He wanted to address it, and there's no way around it, guys. Andrew Lincoln is done after this season. But the early word was that Rick Grimes dies in episode 905 because Andrew Lincoln had a contract of 6 episodes, and maybe he films the first 5 episodes and then comes back for a flashback for a final 6th episode, which could happen. But does Andrew Lincoln leaving the show mean the death of Rick Grimes? There's no way to tell unless we see this season. But a lot of people are seeing these pics right here, and they're like, that's Rick's boots. Yes, to me, that's clearly Rick's boots. He's the only one that wears boots like that and jeans. And the word is that those are the original boots that he's been wearing since the first season. He's had them repaired and fixed several times because they break down from all the running and stunts. But I think those are the original boots. But you can see blood on the boots, and you can see blood falling onto the dirt, probably from Rick's wound. Is Rick dying here? Is Rick already a walker? Is he staggering around? Again, we don't know. There's no way to tell from these pictures. We just don't have that information yet. But to me, he's bleeding, so he's still alive from a wound. And what's that wound? Did he get shot? Did he get stabbed? Is he bit? Is he losing his hand? To me, it's on the left side. You can see the left foot is bloody, so he's got a wound on his left side. Is it because of these walkers? To me, it looks like the same dirt path, the trees around him. There's kind of the bridge behind him in some of these photos, so trying to piece it together is a little tough from the trailer. Maybe it's possible, maybe it's not. But this is just a discussion, fun video about Walker Rick possibly happening. Would you want to see that? I wouldn't, and I don't think it's possible. There's always people around Rick, and if he was injured or wounded or bit and he was going to die or he did die, people wouldn't let him turn. There's always going to be Michonne or Daryl or somebody around him. And there's a theory going around that Daryl kills Rick. I think that's really dumb. That would be the dumbest thing ever if Daryl killed Rick. And the word is that Daryl's going to be the new lead or a big part of leading the show. And if he killed Rick, how could people like Daryl after that? That would be really dumb. But maybe Daryl stabs Rick in the side with Negan's knife. But again, I doubt that. I would not want to see Daryl hurt Rick. Maybe they fight, maybe they have altercation, and they actually have a fight like they did in Season 8, and that's okay. They're going to fist fight. They have a different ideology. You have Rick's way of everybody working together, and you have Daryl and Maggie's way of getting rid of the saviors once and for all. But I'm excited to find out. Rick versus Daryl? Who you got? Who would win in a fight? Hopefully we'll see it. But Rick is clearly injured here. He looks like to be holding his side, probably the same side that he's bleeding when he's walking, because again, I believe it's his left side. Maybe it's a wound from a gunshot. Maybe it's getting stabbed. Maybe a savior attacks him. I doubt he's bit here. But again, the writers can do what the writers are going to do. And if Rick Grimes is leaving the show, we'll see how it happens. Maybe a savior gets a gun and shoots Rick on purpose or by accident, because the saviors not having their guns early on is going to be an initial point of conflict because the saviors want their guns and Rick doesn't believe they should have them. So there's going to be a problem there for sure. And remember this scene here in the Season 8 finale where Negan is testing out the gun that Eugene gave Negan to try out? There's a hay bale, and Negan fires a shot into it with the shirt that says Rick on it. Maybe that was foreshadowing when Rick would actually get shot. Something happens this season. It could definitely happen. The Walking Dead loves to do things like that. I could see Rick getting shot, but we'll see. Rick getting injured here is an iconic thing because I believe Rick will be gone after this season, and the people behind him need to carry the show and continue the show and help carry things forward. Helping Rick, protecting Rick should be an epic moment. If and when Rick dies, it needs to be an epic death. I think Rick dying this season is inevitable, but you can see the first one there to Rick's aid is Daryl. Daryl is not going to kill Rick. To me, that seems like a dumb theory. I would not want to see that. Rick has to go out in a way that makes the show want to continue his legacy and make us want to watch. Rick may be gone, but we still have great content and characters to carry the show. I hope Rick is not a walker. I would not want to see that. It would almost be heartbreaking to see that here. And to be honest, I don't know how I would want him to go out. I can't imagine the show without Rick Grimes, even though it's going to happen most likely. Rick is clearly bleeding here, in my opinion. His boots, the fresh blood. I think he's wounded, and he's trying to make it back to get help, and then he collapses towards the bridge. But since the trailer came out, a lot of people are asking a lot of good questions. And one of the best things answered in the trailer is that we will see the Whispers in Season 9. Robert Kirkman confirmed Alpha, who that actress will be. We'll see the Whispers this season. We saw that at the very end of the trailer, with the Whisper Walker walking by and saying, "Where are they?" And you can clearly hear it on the trailer. I don't know how people are missing it. It's at the very end of the trailer. But will we see Walker Rick? I don't know. Only time will tell. And there's really no way to tell because we don't see any pictures of it or news about it. We'll see how Rick goes out. Does he meet Alpha? Is he captured by the Whispers? Some people think that, but then he would have to be killed by the Whispers. And I think that's very plausible because I would want to see Rick's death mean something for the show, the series, and how to continue the show on. The Walking Dead is going to continue after Rick Grimes leaves. It's not going to end with Rick Grimes. It's not going to be the conclusion of the series. But will we see Rick go out in an epic way, heroic, saving people, or does he get a little cheesy death like other characters have? And hopefully the writers have learned from the feedback of people. They don't like when characters die, let alone die in a cheesy way. Carl Grimes. That needs to never happen again, especially with Rick Grimes. He is a huge character, the main character, the biggest character on the show. Without him, the show would not exist in a lot of people's eyes. So we'll see what happens. And what's happening here? Why is Rick being stared down by a walker? Let me know your thoughts, guys. Post your comments below. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and become a valued member of our channel and community. And remember, guys, with hard work, dedication, belief, and sacrifice, you can achieve your goals. Just like my 7-part zombie apocalypse book series titled Fight For Us, available online now. If you love The Walking Dead, you'll love this series. Believe in yourself. You can do it.